everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Evolve podcast. Today I'm here with two gentlemen and we are going to be talking about rice production in Ghana, the struggles local industries face, and some of the ways we can also contribute to help the rice industries in Ghana. And also about new companies that are stepping in to help change the narrative of rice production in Ghana. You're welcome to the Evolve podcast. Can you please introduce yourselves to our audience?
Okay, so thank you. My name is Pius. Yeah, Daniel. I think I've been here for quite some, is it 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
and it's good to be back again. It's been a while. Um, Talking about the topic you said is a very interesting topic. Agriculture being one of the most crucial parts of almost every economy of the countries we have. So it will be interesting trying to talk about what we can do to improve upon the agriculture sector, particularly the rice, which is a cereal for most countries and consumed by a lot of people. So we'll look forward to what we have to do today. Thank you.
Much for having me. I think this is my second time of being on your
Yeah.
show,
Yeah.
and greetings to all your audience. So, I guess my name is James Sokine, and it's such a nice topic that we are coming to discuss the struggles, the challenges of rice production. I think in Ghana, rice is the second most cereal consumed. That is second to maize.
Yeah.
And so it's such a nice opportunity that we discuss this topic.
Okay, so looking at the rice industry in Ghana, we can boldly say that about 60% households in Ghana consume rice every day on a daily basis. Because rice is something that when you come to Ghana, we eat rice almost every day. We eat rice pudding, wache, rice balls, jollof. It's like almost all our dishes have little rice in them. So we basically eat rice all the time. But I want to know, how do you people see the rice production in Ghana, the rice industries, how our farmers are coping, the competitions and everything?
Thank you very much. So before I head into answer your question, the last time I decided to just take a stroll on the video we had the last time. And to
Okay,
be very honest, your audience are really engaging. So we
okay.
want to say thank you for that. As much as possible to share because education is very key, and as
Yeah,
much as it is very key, information too is very important. A country is as much as developed as its resource people, the knowledge they have, and then the flow of information alongside the expectations or the experiences that that country has gone through. Now, the topic of rice production, I think rice production in Ghana has been with us for a while, and not like most countries like Vietnam, or let's say Vietnam and then Thailand, who their main cereal is rice.
yeah,
For Ghana, ours is the maize, and
yes, yeah.
we have our tubers and all that. So I think the rice is an adopted cereal that we got as a country some years back ago. And its production generally, on a general scale, hasn't been on commercial basis for a long time until recently because I'm from a constituency getting off where we produce apalabi rice. I don't know if
Okay,
you've heard of that rice.
yeah.
Yeah, so I know quite a little because we contribute about 40% of the rice we eat in
Wow.
Ghana comes
Okay,
from my constituency. I think that statistics was given out by MOFA,
okay.
and then recently, institution of IFS, they made a brief analysis on rice production, some of the challenges and all that. So generally, the crop has been doing well in the country, but it hasn't just gotten that needed attention to further commercialize and then improve upon the rice quality for exports and then other things that other countries might do with rice.
Okay, okay. I think that's very true because talking of the attention, It's really true. It's really true. And also, rice mostly is just produced in Ghana for consumption, but not on a commercial basis. That's very true.
Okay, so let me come in. I don't think there is anybody in Ghana that don't eat rice. You, if you don't eat rice, just put it on the comment section. Let's see. Because rice is like a neutral food that is loved by most people in Ghana.
Yeah.
And the issue we have is investment in that sector.
Okay.
We lack investment because there has been a number of policies. There are the state, private sectors have rolled out a lot of policies that is going to help mitigate the challenges of rice production. But we need investment and proper management because the farmers are doing their best.
Yeah.
We have, the rice production sector is mostly dominated by small scale
Small scale
farmers.
farmers.
They are
Yeah.
doing their best with what they have. Some are 1 hectare, some are 2 hectares, some are 10 hectares. But we need massive investment, as my brother said, so that we go into full scale commercial production in Ghana. So I think generally we are doing our best. We are doing our best, but we need to produce more of what we consumed in the country.
Okay. But how often do you guys eat rice that is locally produced in Ghana?
Okay, so local rice in the country is being looked down upon because of the taste for the perfume rice, and sometimes people complain if you cook the local rice, it becomes too wet. It doesn't gives you the
It
taste
doesn't
that
remove one
one
one.
one exactly that's how it doesn't give you. It doesn't remove one.
Yes.
But on further analysis in labs, you find out that the local rice we have in our country is very nutritious.
Nutritious, yes.
Yes, it's
Yes.
very, very nutritious. So um I would say that taste for local rice has been very low due to the importation of the foreign rice that we have in the system.
Yeah.
And that is a very big challenge on the rice industry because
Yeah.
because the rice that we import into the country is quite less expensive to the ones we sell, the local ones we sell, just because the cost of production for the peasant farmer in Ghana is a little bit higher
Yeah.
due
Yeah.
to interest rates, high cost of fertilizer, and other inaccessible technologies like plowing and machines for doing certain tasks, harvesting and all that. And people would prefer to go for something that they know that, oh, I'm having a visitor, so I want to cook something that is presentable. And
Yeah.
that is where we have a challenge. That is
Okay.
why most people will not opt. Not only that reason, but most people will not opt for such a rice because I want to do wedding and I go and cook local rice, knowing very well that if you remove one, it will put you
Yeah.
in job.
Yeah.
So
Especially for our jollof,
exactly.
yes. So
So it's a main challenge. Although some people consume the local rice, I for one I like the Afalabi rice because the scent is good. It's even for my constituency, so why not I prioritize what I have?
okay.
Yeah. So some people do it.
I also think the presentation is also a big part of the reason why most people do not consume the local rice. Because looking at comparing the foreign rice to our local rice, the packaging and everything is super dope. But when it comes to our local rice, what we are used to is our parents going to the market, buying the alunka, and then like they just tie it in a rubber and then bring it home for us to cook. So let's say maybe you work in an institution and Christmas usually they share rice, oil and stuff like that. You cannot buy the local rice to now come and do all that. You need to buy something that is already looking presentable so you can give it to your staff. And they'll also be happy with that because they'll feel appreciated and all that. But I think we can do better. We can do better. Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, the whole of 2024, I ate local rice throughout the year, and I tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's nice.
Okay.
We have some local rice in the market that are produced with the right standard, and when you buy them, it's nice. There is no vast difference between the ones we import, and so this is how we are going to help our local farmers to improve when we purchase their produce. You
Yeah.
see, I read somewhere that 70% of the rice that we consume in the country, we import them. And
Of course.
it's not going to help us. We need food sovereignty. We have been talking about food security. But I say we need food sovereignty where we have control of, what we eat. We produce what we eat. And recently, I was reading and I heard that countries, I think Myanmar, it is in Asia.
Okay.
They imported some low quality rice in the country. This is the topic of the dumping that they imported this rice in the country, and it's low quality, so we have to reject it. And in 2019, they sent it to Ivory Coast, and I was watching the video where Ivory Coast were burning the rice because it's low
Low.
standard.
Okay.
So how long should we keep on getting low standard rice when we know, when we are producing locally produced rice, we know that it is produced from the soils of our motherland. We know the people that are producing, and we know the standards at which they produce, the water they use, we know where the water comes from. But
Yeah.
when these rice are imported, we don't know where they grow it. All we know is they brought it, just in the case of the rejected rice in Myanmar, that is in Asia. So we need to change the narrative that will contribute to the consumption of local rice in order to have food sovereignty in our country.
Talking about dumping, what's your take on it?
Okay, so dumping, as I said earlier on, Ghana is struggling greatly in rice dumping because the cost of production in a foreign land of rice, let's say the Vietnam and all that, is quite low. Their
Okay.
agriculture interest loans are quite low, and the government has serious interest in the production that the farmers do because it's like they give you the inputs, they give you the seeds, they give you the machines, harvesters, they set you up, and then you
Okay.
have to produce.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the issue of Ghana, the farmer himself looks for the seed. He looks for who will plow the land or prepare the land for him. When he is growing the land, we have one major challenge in our rice industry, which is the birds that normally destroy or feed on our
Yeah.
cereals. You need to employ people to recycle birds for him, or he himself will have to do depending on his financial capabilities. And when the period of harvesting comes, you need to go and hire a combined harvester or a harvester
Yeah.
to harvest the rice for
Harvest.
you.
Yeah.
And all these things have costs. So because of all these costs, it's quite very hard to produce and then sell those rice at the price that the foreign rice are giving out.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference here now is that government assistance in those developed countries and here in Ghana, government is doing its best, but it is not that much enough
Yeah.
to support the farmers in order to cut down the
The
amount of
production
rice
cost.
we import or the production
Okay.
cost as it comes to the farmer. So we tend to experience more of this foreign rice being pushed into the country, more of them because producing them outside there is not that expensive. And that is a very big challenge on the rice we have here. So dumping is just in that form.
Do you think that farmers are also putting in effort, like when it comes to producing rice? You see, a lot of people do not eat our locally produced rice because I don't know how to put this. Whether we've already had a feel of how the foreign rice tastes, and in our minds, we believe or we have been crafted to believe that the foreign rice is way better than our local rice. Personally, I think research has a big role to play in this, because at the end of the day, we are feeding people. We are feeding people. So we need to know what they want to consume so we can give them what they want. The foreign rice everyone is running after, some are even more expensive than our local rice. But it's the value, like the value people think they are getting from it, the perfume, the how it is presented to them. So right now, when it comes to the business sector, it's not about what you are paying for. It's not about the, should I say, quality, but the value the company is presenting to you. Even if the value is low, like they will make you feel like you are paying for something of high value. So I personally think that our local rice industries need to do better, especially when it comes to the presentation of the rice. People are more attracted to what they see. When we talk of nutrition, it's only someone that is maybe at the age of 60, then you start facing some health issues, then you get advice from the hospital that, oh, don't eat this, don't eat that. That is when people start taking their diets seriously. But when it comes to how appealing the rice looks, the perfume, those are things people are really interested in. So I think our research, we need to work on it and then give our people what they really want.
The imported rice that we import, there is excessive polishing because
Yeah,
we want to see the rice is white.
white, yes.
So they do excessive polishing and they remove most of the
The
nutrients.
nutrients.
And most of the nutrient is located in the rice bran. You see, it's located in the bran of the rice. So this polishing remove most of the nutrient from the rice. And they rather fortify it with chemicals. And that is what we are eating. They rather fortify it with chemicals. But when you eat locally produced rice, it's produced in the standards of the needs of ourselves.
Yeah.
We have, the right processing in it. There is no excessive polishing. That so when you remove the process, the nutrients, then you rather fortify it with minerals. That is what we want to call it. We want to eat in. No. Now we are talking
Sad.
about arsenic levels in rice. When when we import this rice, we don't know the methods that which they produce this rice. Some
Yeah.
of these levels of arsenic, they are the leading cause of cancer because it possesses a lot of carcinogens. And when you consume this rice, you have the risk of
Yeah, you are prone to
cancer.
cancer.
You see,
Yeah.
so we need proper rice management technologies that is going to reduce all these risks to our health.
Okay. We are now gradually introducing our rice to you people. So talk of locally produced rice. We have our new AAC rice in our country right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think the AAC rice is like a breakthrough for the rice industries in Ghana? Give us your feedback. You can share your thoughts with us in the comment section and share this video with your friends and families. Subscribe to the Evolve podcast and give us a follow on YouTube and TikTok. Bye and see you next week.